What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and we're back with some more Kizaru content. I am having an absolute blast using this guy in content. He's so much fun, man. So, Borsalino, he's a really cool legend. We've talked about him extensively over the past couple of days since I was able to get my hands on this guy. So, I decided it would be, a pretty good opportunity to trial him out against Pirate King Adventures. So, the most recent event that's out right now for PKA being against York. This is a little bit of an annoying event because of the way that it's kind of designed. They really want you to use, obviously, the Vegapunk and the Kuma that came out at the start of the month or the end of April. And with this specific content here, like on this stage, after you kill stage 3 against S-Snake, she actually blows away your friend captain for like 3-4 turns, something like that. And this is where you're supposed to use that legend Kuma to, remove the blowaway effect. But we're going to use Toki, even though Toki isn't really like an optimal character for this team. But Toki being able to target our captains, ignore the blowaway, as well as ignoring the debuffs that get inflicted on stage 4. Normally your captain would be binded and all that nasty stuff. We can just ignore it because Toki is an absolute boss. One thing as well is that when you enter the next stage, stage 5, talking about after stage 4, you get inflicted with a preemptive hit of damage, and it's actually quite a lot of damage. So this rare recruit Sentomara, I believe it was a TM rare recruit that came out a couple months back. It's a Navy character and has an effect that provides damage reduction for 2 turns. And the fact that it's 2 turns is a big deal because we need it to tank the hit of the preemptive of stage 5. So by activating it, it goes down to 1 turn, and then the final turn of it will be able to tank the preemptive hit. We have the 3.5 times attack and orb boost on this stage as well to just tank that, to just do a bunch of damage towards the enemy. And then when we reach the final stage, there is a little bit of a caveat, as like this team does seem good on paper. The issue is that the enemy has an Intimidate, where if you activate an orb boost, it will remove 3 turns of it. It's so annoying. And unfortunately, the Intimidate is 3 turns. If it was a 2-turn Intimidate, it would have been perfect because you could use the EX Super of Kizaru to actually remove the Intimidate, and then you'd be able to get your Orb Boost. Unfortunately, it's a 3-turn Intimidate, so unfortunately it's not going to work. So we had to kind of build a team that was able to do enough damage that was, able to actually kill even without an orb boost. Now, the level that I am clearing in this clip, I believe is only like level 108 or 105 or something. It's really low level 100s, so it isn't really a great representation to show like how much damage this team can actually do. So there's going to be a secondary clip in this video which is going to be taking on level 150 in co-op quest. So showing off, Borsalino as a captain, going against co-op quest. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy that one. So we'll leave you guys with this clip, and we'll pick things up with the next one once we get to it. So it's interesting against the co-op quest version of this content at level 150 because one of your captains is going to be dedicated to the co-op captain. And it's a pretty big detriment because not only do you just have like, I wouldn't say it's a bad captain, it's just the fact that it's not going to have any crazy utility. These co-op captains obviously are vastly different to what you'd expect, from a normal captain. And the fact that like in the level 100 clip that we saw previously, I was using the dual captain of Kizaru and Ace, and both of which have, obviously great effects. But this time around, having to use a Navy character on our team to ensure that we have all of the Navy conditions fulfilled is a little annoying. So I ended up using one of my tomes in order to make Garp accessible to co-op quest abilities. So by doing that, we can actually enable that, and I did use some level up abilities as well. My Garp is max captain effect and level 3 special ability. So you guys would have seen that at the start. We used it on stage 1 so that when we reach stage 3, we have the full board of matching slots thanks to Garp. And we have some very key supports on our team as well. I guess we'll kind of talk about it once we get to the final stage, but this Toki, of course, we want to make sure that our captain is not going to be blown away, and of course remember that we're not going to actually tackle stage 4. The friend that we are using here in Co-op Quest is going to be taking on stage 4, so the thing is Toki's attack and all boost is the buff that we are going to have on the final stage. And then Sentomaru's damage reduction is also going to be key, because we are still going to be inflicted with that over 100,000 hit of damage in the preemptive once we reach stage 5. So basically activating the normal specials that we would use on stage 4, thinking because, you know, we're going to reach stage 5 once we get to our next turn. Now, the big thing on this team as well is that you have to deal with the special use limit. And the way that we're dealing with it is with Shanks and Buggy. Their potential ability removes special use limit. Another reason why Shanks and Buggy is so good is because this character has the special to remove attack down. It also enables a pretty solid color affinity boost of 2.5 times. And also the fact that he is a Psy character, being Shanks, and also Driven, being Buggy, we can have a very key support character in Roronoa Zoro. And that support says that when we use the special of the unit, it's going to give us a 1.2 times damage increase against defense down. On the final stage, we're allowed to inflict defense down, and the way that we do that is via the support rare recruit Mihawk. So with that alone, we can actually just get a defense down conditional boost from support alone, giving us a little bit of a 20% damage bonus. And the switch effect of Shanks and Buggy provides a resistance down for Psy and Dex to give us a bit of bonus damage once again. And then, of course, we're going to have Kuzan on our team, which has a 1.75 times increased damage taken against the enemy, which is very, very key, but also is the character that provides the Super Tandem, and in turn activates the Super Tandem boost of Borsalino, so that the way that we're kind of dealing our damage is basically, you know, back-ending all of our damage just on Borsalino. Because remember that we have the attack boost from Toki, so essentially only Garp and Kizaru, should I say, are the characters that are actually going to do damage here. And we're kind of just relying on the Super Tandem, the increased damage taken, the attack boost, the color affinity boost, and the conditional boost via those support effects in order to do as much damage as we possibly can. We do have the S-Snake on Sentomaru as well, which gives a further 5% resistance down for Strength X Quick, so that gives a little bit of bonus damage once again. But overall, we end up getting the job done, and we do over 2 billion damage, by the way, which is kind of good considering this is a very weird team comp. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
Broskiis.